Here are the alerts for the last 24 hours over here in the Discord. We had a few go off yesterday. We had XRP, FET, XLM, MSTR, VST, and Cron. We also had a few requests over here that I'm going to be covering in this video today. So let's take a look at these charts and see what they are telling us. The first one I'm going to hit is Cron. This is a cannabis stock, and it's still grinding below its orange line. That is the 9 EMA. So it's still in a downturn, but you can see it's coming back down here to a very crucial spot, right? We pumped up, we came back, we touched the 200, pumped up, came back, and now we're sitting right below the 200. I want to look at the weekly chart on this. That was a daily signal, but the weekly chart is also setting up nicely, right, with the stochastic on the floor. So what I'd wait for on Cron, I mean, the support level to watch is going to be the bottom of this big wick right here at 218. So that's coming down into that support. What we need is a green dot on the weekly chart. I think this thing does have the potential to go back up to about 361. And again, it's giving you a daily green dot here as well. It looks like it faded away, but it's just kind of chopping around, very, very illiquid. Volume's probably very, very low. So $2 is the stop loss on Cron. That's a cannabis play. If you guys want to play the cannabis sector, here's VST, giving you the buy signal here. This is a weekly chart, so this is breaking out. You can see, boom. Okay, nice pullback, just doing the rippity dippity. I don't even know what VST is, but if you guys want to play this one, set a stop loss right here at about $88. That's the bottom, or the bottom of the close of last week's candle. Okay, or you could even move it up to this week, which is 89. 89 is the bottom of the candle we're getting the green dot on. Okay, if you put your candle over the top, just like this, you could see the low in the right-hand side up here. The L stands for the low of the candle. So if you go over the candle, it'll tell you, okay, 89.42 is the low of this candle, right? Because this is the candle that we're getting the green dot on. So this green dot is telling us this candle is the reversal candle that's going to send us higher. Therefore, right, we have to set our stop loss, which is our yellow line on our chart. This is what I use, and if you guys want to use this, you just click on this over here, click the horizontal line, you click on the chart, and you can move this thing around. So I just like to use it as a reference point, right? Because I know if $89 breaks, which is the candle that's giving me the buy signal, if that breaks, I know I'm going to be wrong. So therefore, I want to set a stop loss at that level. If you guys don't know what a stop loss is, I'd highly recommend researching it and why it's important in trading. But typically, it's just a way for us to limit our risk to the downside. So right now, the bottom of that is about 6%. You're only risking 6% on a position right here if it breaks, okay? And if it breaks, it will likely come all the way back down here to 62, and then that would be more of a, 36% drop. So instead of waiting through a 36% drop, you can literally just risk 6% on a trade right here. That looks really good. That would be on the looking to buy list if I knew what it was, but I don't even know what this thing is. Vistra Corp. And we do have a research tool over here that you guys have access to if you're a member. If you type in /info VST, you can actually pull up the stock info. So you can see it's a $31 billion company. I've heard of them before. I just don't know what they do. Operations and integrated retail electricity and power generation company. So probably something to do with electric cars. Electric cars have just been absolutely ripping. You guys have seen Tesla's stock recently. I called this out a couple months ago, folks. I seen this wave way down here, and I said Tesla's going to have a big move here in 2024, 2025. You can see that consolidation point. We made a higher low, meaning we bounced up here at a higher spot than we did over here. That's called a higher low on a monthly chart. And you got the green dot there in June, which was your indication. And it is now up 30% off of this signal. Well, that'd be 40% off of this signal there on Tesla. So Tesla looks like it wants to run. I think it's going to do one of these over the next year or so. But really with Tesla, I know this is one of your guys' requests, so that's why I'm covering it. But I want to buy a pullback on the daily. I need the pullback on the daily to happen before I take a position. When the stochastic RSI on this, that light blue RSI, comes back down here to the 0 line, back down here, that's where I'll take my position. But you can see we're getting a red here on the daily. So yeah, it's breaking out like crazy, but one of these days, it could have that major pullback. And when that happens, we're going to be right there to eat it up. Again, we want to be buying down in this area, these green dots down in this area, not way up here. Okay, this is where the sheep buy. No one was talking about Tesla back here at 175. Okay, everybody's talking about Tesla now. So my general rule of thumb is if they're already talking about it, we're too late to the party. Okay, we're too late to the party. Let me go ahead and pull this up here. Sorry, I'm fixing my screen here for you guys so you can see a little better. Okay, so again, very overextended up here. We don't want to buy up here. If you guys look at our cheat sheet over here in the Discord, okay, this is when we want to be sellers. This is when we want to be selling, taking profit. We want to be buying down in this area, okay, close to our mean. Our mean is just our light blue line. Our light blue line is our 50 EMA. If you guys don't have the trading indicator, the trading layout, feel free to come over here to the Discord. You guys can download everything that we use here and we talk about on this channel. Okay, by clicking this link right here, it's a couple links. Okay, one-time payment. You guys can get the EMAs, the indicator, the red dots, the green dots, everything you guys need loaded right into your TradingView account. Okay, but again, we want to be buyers down in this area. Green dots down in this area, not red dots up in this area. Okay, and they got earnings this week, or they got earnings coming up, it looks like, too. Tesla does. That is July 23rd, so that's coming up in 2 weeks. So if they miss on their earnings, if they take a dump, and personally, guys, I don't think people are buying that many cars right now. I mean, I just went to the grocery store yesterday, and I feel like I bought like 10 things and spent $180. I mean, people just can't afford to buy cars right now. So I don't see them doing good on earnings. And if they do, maybe they surprise. I don't know. But again, I don't care about any of that stuff. The fundamentals of it are cool. But as technical traders, right, we want to buy when the price is cheap. The price is cheap down here, okay? You bought this green dot over here in April. You bought it $138. You're now up over 100%. So that's the idea of it, folks. I mean, we're just trying to buy low, sell high. Again, when everyone's excited about it and everyone's having a good time, to me, we're too late to the party. Again, we should have been buying in this area right here on Tesla. This is where we should have been buying. Okay, again, down here at 160, 150. Now that the wave's way up here, everybody wants to talk about it, right? Everyone's like, oh, Tesla's going to 1 million. Yeah, baby. And then one day they're going to get dumped on, and we're going to be there to pick it up. Okay, so be patient on Tesla, but electric cars, even Rivian, I had a trade on this. I sold it at around 15, but it's still going. It's at 16 now, and it just looks like it wants to keep running. We called the monthly out on this as well. Okay, that signal came back there in June also at about $11, $12, and it's sitting at 16 right now, folks. So again, this indicator doesn't lie. You just got to be patient. The higher the time frame you're using, if you're using a weekly and a monthly, okay, those are the most accurate signals. When you get into the daily, okay, I like to use the big green dots. The big green dots are way down here. Okay, and you can see the shaded area. Okay, big green dot, big green dot, big green dot. Those are the only ones I really like to buy on the daily chart. Okay, but when you're on a weekly or a monthly, you can buy any green dot on the weekly down here or the monthly, because those are the most accurate. If you guys want to set alerts for that, all you guys got to do is right click on the indicator, hit add alert. Okay, and then again, if you're on a daily chart, I use the big green circle, but if I'm on a monthly like I am on Rivian right now, this is a monthly chart. Okay, come down here and use the small green dot. Okay, the small green dots are very accurate on the monthly and the weekly. The big green dots are very accurate on a daily. So that's generally how I use the alerts on that. And then if you need to look at your alerts, I like to set this to time triggered, newest first, meaning the newest one is going to be listed at the top, just like Cron is. Right, we got these in the last 24 hours. We're on here covering these every single day now. So if there's alerts going off, I'm on YouTube, and we're dropping videos on here, on Twitter as well, covering the signals that we follow, that are in our watch list. Okay, so if you guys want to see your alerts, you just come over here and click the clock. Boom, that pops it out, and you can see when those things alert. I'm on the plan that gives me up to 400 alerts. So, right, I got a bunch of alerts set, red and green dots, and those all get called out in the Discord over here. So if you can't afford the one-time payment of $300 for the indicator, okay, we do have a membership about $6 a month that you can, there's plans from $6 a month that you can subscribe to, and you get all the signals just called out over here. Okay, and then you can do your due diligence on the charts and stuff like that. But I got everything you guys need to get started trading if you're new to it. Just come over here to trading apps, and these are all the apps I use to trade. I use Robinhood to trade stocks, Coinbase to trade crypto, get the trading indicator, and TradingView, which is the charting software. That's this website right here. So if you guys got questions about that, shoot me an email or hit me over in the Discord. I'd be happy to help you guys out. Let's go on to the next one here. We got MSTR, but VST does look good off that green dot. That's a definite buy signal. And again, the sell target is always when the blue line hits that white dotted line. You can see it hit it right here. Boom, that was 75. And then it kept going, right? If it keeps going, we can't be mad as traders. Okay, we're never trying to time the bottom or the top. If we do, we're never trying to time the exact top. You can see our cheat sheet over here. This talks about selling in this area, okay, before we get to that point. Because again, if you think you're going to time the top, you're just going to keep holding and holding and holding and holding and holding and holding, and then you're going to quit because you held through a 60% drop because you wanted to time the top. The top, to me, is always when the stochastic hits the white dotted line. Okay, my sell target is always either when that happens on whatever time frame I'm trading. So if you're trading VST right now, I would either wait for this blue line to hit the white dotted line up here or a red dot on the chart. Both of those would be my sell indication. So always have a plan when you're taking positions, guys. You guys got to know where to take profits and where to cut your losses. And cutting losses on VST at about 89 here. Here's MSTR. This one's given a daily green dot. Okay, daily. Let's look at the weekly though. So the weekly's back on the floor too. So MSTR and crypto are trying to make a bottom here, folks. They're trying to make a bottom. My level I'm watching on MSTR for a trade right now is 1,200. But this stock highly depends on how Bitcoin performs. So yes, this is a good place to be buying down here, especially on a daily chart. Just make sure you use 1,200 as a stop loss if you think this is the bottom. The monthly chart still just looks very overbought to me. Okay, very overbought. So I don't know if I'd be going too long on this, but maybe potentially a trade. It just has to hold 1,200. Okay, I'd buy it here if you want to play this dot and use a stop loss right there at 1,200. Your risk on that is about 6%. So you're risking 6% here, thinking that this is the bottom. Okay, and you could even move it up if you want to be less conservative to 1,250, but I would use 1,200 with a 6% stop. Just don't go all in, right? Just don't risk 6% of your portfolio. If you do half, you're risking 3% of your portfolio. If you do 25%, you're only risking about 1.5% of your total portfolio. So keep your risk management and your position sizing in check. Again, if you guys don't know about position sizing or anything like that, I'd highly recommend getting on YouTube. I got some videos on there as well that you guys can watch, but there's tons of great content on there. You can learn how to do this, and you can learn about this stuff on YouTube. It's amazing the time we live in. Here's XLM. Okay, this one's actually back down to where we hit back here at 7 cents. This was back in December of 2022. Okay, it hit 7 cents and it pumped all the way up to 21. That was a 200% gain. I'm waiting for the weekly dot there on XLM, but the daily's giving you a big green dot buy signal here. So if you're playing XLM here, okay, use a stop loss at 0.076. Okay, this weekly is way down here. Okay, way down here on the weekly. The last time we've been this far down has been all the way back here in January 2023. That's when we were sitting at around 7 cents. So this box right here that I got drawn with the white lines, that's the buy box there. Okay, this is where I want to be buying here on the long-term time frame. This is a year. You're looking at a year's worth of price action. It has not broke 7 cents. Okay, 7 cents has acted as the bottom. Let's look at the monthly here. Okay, and the monthly's putting in a doji there. Look how far down the wave is on the monthly. So again, once we get to this point, this is when we want to be buyers. This is when we want to be buyers. Okay, we don't want to be buyers up here when everyone's talking about it, right? No one's talking about XLM right now, folks. No one's talking about XLM. I'm going to be a buyer of XLM this week. Okay, I like it down here. Again, my stop loss has to be 7 cents. So that means, right, that's about a 20% dip. So that's a pretty big dip. Okay, what I'd be waiting on is the weekly. If you want to snipe XLM, wait for the weekly dot down here. Okay, these are very accurate. The last big one came, which we're going to get a big one here on the weekly here soon. The last big one came back here in January 2023, like I said. So about a year and a half ago was the last time we got a dot like that. And that was right near the same level. And you're getting a daily, big green daily dot here. So I don't think this is a bad spot to add at all. Okay, what I do is I just use a stop loss right here at the bottom of this candle at 0.076. That's the bottom of that. Okay, and again, big green dot. That's a buy signal. Okay, and we're going to get one on the weekly probably in the next 3 to 4 weeks is my prediction. So the weeklies are massively bullish. The big green dots on the weekly are very, very bullish, especially on crypto. Okay, stocks, I'm more likely to trade a daily chart most of the time just because of how liquid the stock market is. Okay, crypto is very illiquid compared to the stock market, so I like the longer term time frames on crypto. But these daily dots are something to definitely be paying attention to, especially when the weekly wave is way down here. If you can get a green dot on the weekly, big green dot on the weekly, and a big green dot on the daily, you're going to be sitting pretty. And the big ones on the daily normally come before the weekly. So yes, I'd be a buyer here, and I'd be using a stop loss at 0.076, and this would be a great long, in my opinion. Okay, and we have to hold that 0.076, the bottom of this wick from last week. As long as that holds, okay, you're good. Let's see what the stop loss is on that. Give me a sec. Can't grab the dang thing. There it is. Okay, that's about a 13% stop. So if you put in $1,000, you're risking $130 to the downside. Okay, to make 80 cents all the way to make 1,000% all the way to the upside. Okay, so you put in 1,000 down here, you're risking 130 to make a potential 10,000. Okay, if you're playing the all-time high on XLM. So I like where it's at on the weekly. I like where it's at on the monthly, and I like where it's at on the daily. This looks good. 0.076 is going to be the stop loss on XLM. We got FET on the daily. That one's about to get the death cross there, and I heard they're merging with somebody, so I don't know how that's going to work. I just want to avoid that. It's down below the daily 200 moving average here. So it needs to hold 105, but I wouldn't be playing this signal. I don't know enough about the company again. Somebody told me that they're merging. I think it was Smartass told me that we were merging with another company, or they were merging with another crypto project. So 105 needs to hold on that one. I was telling you guys to sell that one way up here at $3, and I haven't been a buyer since because, again, this dot came back in March. I told you guys, sell this thing $3 to $3.50. I mean, you're talking about, this is what happens when you don't sell the red dots. You're down 70% on your position from where you were. I don't care who you are, that hurts. Okay, especially when you're up that much and you just think it's going to keep going. The red dot said sell. Okay, the red dot said sell, and that's just insane. Okay, I want to actually post this one over here in Discord. PT is now down 70% off the sell signal. Ah, crap, it didn't paste. One sec. Okay, if you guys aren't in the Discord, by the way, you're missing out on a lot of free content, and there's even a paid subscription over there where you guys get access to all the premium content, the alerts, and everything like that. But I got a free trading course over here for you guys if you want to learn more about my strategy and how we trade on this channel. We got trading rules, and again, everything you guys need to get started trading. The trading indicator link is down here in this thread, and if you guys want, I do offer private tutoring sessions on the Discord. So feel free to check that out if you guys want to do that. That's one-on-one with me on a Zoom, going over just your questions. You literally just pick my brain for an hour, and I'm going to pour into you for an hour. But you can also see the latest videos on YouTube that we're dropping. Market news. We got a ton of market news over here dropping. Look at this. Warren Buffett said he could end the United States deficit problem in 5 minutes. He just passed a law that says anytime there's a deficit of more than 3% of GDP, all sitting members of Congress are ineligible for re-election. Oh, man, I love it. We got Jerome Powell saying the data does not support the greater confidence in inflation path that the Federal Reserve needs to cut rates. So, again, they're saying they're not going to cut rates again. That's not really a good thing. Looks like someone else is embracing Bitcoin. All these politicians are talking about Bitcoin and crypto now. It's pretty crazy. Okay, it's pretty wild how governments and countries are now getting into the space. And the cool thing is, we were in before it. So yes, this has sucked, right? Sitting through this 70% drop on some of these names. If you didn't sell up here with the red dot, right? I mean, it sucks. But you got to learn your lesson and keep moving on. Okay, again, we're trying to buy when the price is cheap, when things are oversold, when people are not having a fun time. People aren't having a fun time right now, folks. You can see that over here in the chat. We posted the, look at the fear and greed index. It's almost back down here at all-time lows, folks. It's almost back down here at all-time lows. People were buying up here, right? Fear is down here. Greed is up here. Fear is down here. Greed is up here. This is a good sign. Okay, if you have cash on the sideline, if you guys were selling back in March and April when we got the alerts, okay, you should have cash right now. You should have cash on the sideline ready to reinvest. Okay, we're coming into that area. These next round of green dots on crypto are going to be insane. Okay, when XLM prints a green dot, that's going to be an excellent trade. Okay, that could happen in the next couple of weeks. I'm thinking 3 to 4 weeks. And you're getting the daily big green dot there as well. So I'd definitely be entering XLM on a long here with a stop loss at 0.07. I like that we're down here in fear territory again. You guys reference the cheat sheet. Fear is down in this area. This is when everyone's bored, everyone's quit, right? They just got knocked 70% off of their position, and now they're crying, and now they're tired. I seen these people tweeting yesterday that they're going to quit because they're depressed and they have addictions and drug addictions and all this kind of. Yeah, folks, that's not a good thing. You should probably check yourself if that's going on, and if you're not in the right mental space to be trading, if your mind is altered or you're emotional right now, it's not a good time to be trading. Sometimes people need to step away. Yeah, I stepped away from trading for about 8 months last year. I had somebody really close to me commit suicide, and I actually ended up losing over $35,000 in one day on one trade because I just was not in my right mind, dude. I mean, I was grieving. I was in a terrible place. Um, you know, I lost someone to suicide, and I was using trading and I was doing very high risk stuff like options. And I literally lost $35,000 in one day, and I quit trading for 7-8 months, got my mind back, and then I came back to it, and we got this strategy that we're following, and it's working. I think I'm up around 400 or 500% this year on my portfolio, and folks, the bull market in crypto, I think is just getting started, getting ready. Okay, we're getting close again. Okay, now's the time to start licking your chops and being ready, prepared. Okay, XLM on the next green dot, we're going to buy the crap out of. FET, like I said, getting the death cross there on the daily, I don't like it. I think there's better projects. I don't know enough about it. And here's XLM putting in a doji candle here on the weekly. So this pattern looks very similar to what happened here. We just want it to break up, right? We want it to break up, not down. And this isn't the greatest Coinbase chart. So let me go to this one here. Okay, so this is the Binance one. This is the XRP's been around a lot longer than just the last year. That was just the Coinbase chart. But you can see XRP is also down here. So just like Tesla, right? Nobody was really talking about Tesla until recently, the last month. But that's because it was way down here. We just experienced 1 year of going down. Okay, 1 year of going down. Green dot, boom. Now it's going to rip, right? So when this happens, right? I'm on Tesla back again. Sorry. Again, that monthly chart's important to take into consideration because again, we called this dot out in June. Okay, the price was 172 when I called that out. It's now almost 300. It's almost doubled since that time. Okay, so again, you don't need to sell Tesla now until it gets back up here to the white dotted line if you're playing a monthly chart. But if you look at XRP on the monthly, look at this, guys. Okay, XRP on the monthly the wave is down here below the zero. Okay, that's a good sign. Okay, we want to buy down in this area. This down here, you're buying at 32 cents. It did pump up to $1. But again, look at Bitcoin on the monthly. Bitcoin on the monthly is way up here. So I'd rather be a buyer of something like XRP or XLM just because of where their macro charts are, right? I mean, XLM is at 7 cents. Its all-time high was up here at 80 cents. So if you're using a stop loss here and you're sniping trades now that this wave is down here and you can dollar cost average, this next green dot on XLM should be huge. Same with XRP. Okay, and XRP just gave you the daily as well. So XRP and XLM are kind of correlated. For some reason, they move together. I don't know if that's because of they're made on the same blockchain. If XRP is a blockchain, I'm not sure. I don't do a lot of fundamental research on projects. I hear a lot about XRP, though. I mean, they were in The Simpsons, and people talk about them online, and I read things that people say. Supposedly, it's supposed to be the next global currency of the world. So if that happens, obviously, there's going to be a lot of money flooding into it. But I'm looking at 40 cents as a stop loss on XRP here. Honestly, I'd be going long on this, investing long. If you're looking at that chart here, I'd be patient on this, okay, and wait for the green one on the monthly. Okay, I'd probably get in on the next weekly, but the monthly one's going to be the big signal here. Okay, this thing could move all the way back to $2. That's about a 500% move if it happens. Okay, you're talking about about 334, about 350% back to the top. So again, you put in 10 down here, you're making 35 back to the top there. And yeah, that one had the daily signal go off. So that's XRP here. Again, down in this area, not in this area. Okay, you don't want to be buying up here. You want to be buying down here. These big wicks down, those have normally been the bottoming signal, right? So I don't think this thing's going to break 40 cents, or I would say 38 cents. I put a stop loss at 35 on XRP. And XLM would probably be around, like I said, 7.076. So at the bottom of these big wicks right here is where I want to play these dots. I really like that both of those are really far down here on the weekly, just like they were back here. Okay, that was a big, nice move there on XRP. Let's take a look at your guys' chart requests from yesterday. We got BLNK. This is blink charging. So this is actually a, ooh, I like this one here. Nice setting up here above the 2. I'd buy this one with a stop loss at $2. Okay, $2 is your stop loss. But electric cars are booming right now. Okay, you saw Rivian, Tesla, things like that. So maybe other things in that sector are going to follow. And yeah, this would be a technical play here on the $2 level here that we've been consolidating on for the next 2 months. Let's go ahead and keep an eye on that one. I'm going to go ahead and put that one in the green list. I just want to watch that one with a stop loss at 2. What's the market cap on this? This thing was way up here at one time, wasn't it? $69 back there. Holy smokes. Wow, $69 back there. So that's a massive move there. Good call out, whoever called this out. 2,000% back to that high. Not saying it's going to hit that, but shoot, even if it went to $14, that would be insane. I just want to check the market cap of this real quick for you. BLNK. So remember, very low market cap stuff is very risky, guys. You guys don't go all in on these plays. You don't have to go all in. Okay, this is a $289 million company. That's really low. Owns and operates, manufactures, and provides electric vehicle charging equipment. So EV is the play right now, it seems like, in the stock market. I mean, you look at Tesla up 3% today, 40% in the last 2 weeks. 214 is your stop, though. If this thing breaks out, this is a good call out. I really like this call out today. Just use your stop loss at $2 and call it $2.10. $2.10 is your stop loss. Okay, that's around about a 35% drop. So again, you don't have to go insane, but you could put a very small, I wouldn't go any more than 5-10% on this play. 5 or 10%, okay, of your total portfolio, because you're playing a big move up here to like 16. Okay, and with EV popping the way it is, this could definitely break out. What's the 4 hour saying? Yeah. So we're just chopping around right now. And if you wanted to even set an even tighter stop loss on this, use it right here at 257. Call it 250. Bring it up to that 4 hour level where we're bouncing right there. Okay, the daily bounced right there as well. So 250 could be your stop here. I'd be probably sniping this thing on the hourly here, trying to buy a green dot down here just like that. Boom, off of 250. So I'd be playing the smaller time frames here with a stop loss at 257. I like the monthly here, how we're just consolidating, right? We're going sideways. This is where smart money gets in. Okay, this is where smart money gets in. Smart money's sideways. Consolidation. They're not buying all this big chop up and down, up and down. Calm down. Calm down. Okay, we've been calm for about a month now. We're just chopping in this range. You guys see this? Up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Okay, so I've been here probably on the 4 hour and the hourly trying to snipe those trades. And my stop loss on this has to be 256. And that's a nice higher low there on the daily too. We bounce down here, boom, higher low. Let's break it out. I might take a position on that this week if I'm going to write that one down here. I'm looking at that. It's on the look at the buy list now. And we're going to keep an eye on that level at 250. Okay, I'm looking at more of that on the fact that Tesla and everything is just going parabolic here. Again, Tesla was your guys' request. We covered this earlier in the video. I want the daily to pull all the way back. I need the stochastic daily now to pull all the way back here now that we've had this massive breakout. Okay, you're playing the momentum here. If you're playing this, it's just, to me, it's very overbought. I don't want to be buyers up in this area. Okay, you guys see similar thing happen back here. Big bad boy move up. Rip, 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 rip. Pull back. Stochastic hit the floor. Right, stochastic hit the floor. Boom, right there. Bang, that was my entry at 240. It ripped up to 300. So that's the trade. This is just, right, you're asking for it right now. This is just insane. Okay, so again, it's a momentum trade right now. I'm not a momentum trader. I want this stochastic RSI on the daily to pull back. Everything else looks good. The weekly looks good. The monthly looks good. I just want the smaller term time frame now, the daily to pull back and either tap the 200, which is around $200, or tap the 50, which is currently around 195. I know I might get melted for saying that could happen, but I wanted to touch one of these moving averages before I take a play on the daily chart on Tesla. and I'm going to be patient. XLM we covered. Stop loss is 0.076 on that one. That one's looking good. Here's DJT. This is Trump coin. This is a coin I actually am a holder of at the moment. It is rumored that Barron Trump is the CEO or is the creator of this coin. So if that's true, obviously there's probably going to be a lot of money flooding into it. It's less than $100 million market cap. I'm down 50% on it. I think I bought it at, I think my average cost is 12. I did trade it though. I bought it at 9 and sold it up here at 18. So I'm about I am in profit actually just off that trade. But you got a green one on the weekly here. So a green doji candle is a signal of a potential reversal. I don't know. For me, it's a fundamental play, right? For me, it's a fundamental play. If that holds true and that turns out to be true, which no one has proved it's not true yet, but I guess you could say it's just a rumor that it is true. The current level to watch on that is 0.006. So that's giving you the doji here on the weekly. So that's the bottom of the doji candle this week. If you're owning it, if you're long on it like you are me, I'm not really caring about the technical levels right now because it's a brand new coin. It just got released in June of 2018. So brand spanking new. Okay, so there's no technicals to really trade off of. If you want to get in here to the hourly, it's not doing anything either. So this is a fundamental play, and it seems to be holding 0.065 pretty well. I like the doji this week. That's it for the request, guys. If you guys got any more questions or anything like that, drop your requests over here inside the Discord. I'll answer those in tomorrow's video. If we don't get any requests or we don't get any alerts, I just won't make a video, but I'm sure there's going to be some more alerts popping off here today and tomorrow. With that being said, I will see you guys in the next video. I hope y'all have a great day. Peace.